think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
This is Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, a pass underneath for Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. On third down, Carson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Complete to
a huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
6-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down. Shaquem Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And a nice spin into some open field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Dobbins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra
that drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 48.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Steps away to his left. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Complete to Greg Olsen. A fumble on the play.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Wilson will throw again. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K.